how much junk I feel like right now. Let's not even talk about it. So, we're just having trouble here. We're just having trouble. I just had to play, hey, you, do what I asked you to do. With wife. Don't mind me, I'm just looking for my stuff. I'm looking for my pages. Because I need this to be in the right place. And I don't know where that is. So, hi, hello. Alright, so story time, like it's been forever since I've been here, right? According to Twitch, it's been 2 days. 2 days, forever, same thing, right? Same thing, absolutely, same thing. I'm currently looking through my stuff, trying to figure out where the hell my fucking notes are for this project. Oh, found them! Okay, sorry. Notes. So many of them. So many. Yeah. So anyway, we're having a day. We're having a time right now. So, story time. All right. Wife got their navel pierced, right? And was telling me about it, and I've seen it in person. And I was like, so here's the thing with that. You need to get that looked at, because I have a lot of experience being a pierced human. I used to have 27 piercings. I have, hold on, I'm thinking. 2 of 27. Like, technically, I don't know if I'm counting my earlobes, because honestly, I got those done like against my will, without my consent, when I was a child. So I don't really count them. I mean, technically they're there, but I don't really count them. So yeah, but anyway, it was, yeah. So the thing with it is the navel, depending on how your navel is constructed, can be a surface piercing. Surface piercings are notorious. The DOG is sighing loudly, by the way. She wants you to know she's not impressed with this conversation. Anyway, they are notorious for rejecting, like surface piercings in general. I know I have had a few, and you can totally have a navel piercing that isn't really a surface piercing, but again, it really depends on how your anatomy is. I had 4 that were and 1 that wasn't. And one of the ones that was absolutely rejected, because I got it caught on the pole, and oh, bad times, friend, like really bad times. So there you have it, right? Story time. Well, out of the 27 that I had, and I don't know that I'm counting my earlobes, right? If I am, then 21 of them were done by the same person. Okay. I trusted this person so much that I paid them a good amount of money to stab me with sharp things. Now I've taken almost everything out. My ears are still pierced because I've had them pierced since I was a child. I also never wear earrings, pretty much. And when I was wearing them, I was gauging them up, so they were at an 8, and I'd probably, if I wore them again, I would gauge them again. So that's the thing. I had double industrials crisscrossing in both ears. I had both eyebrows, my bridge. My bridge is the one that if I could go back in time and not pierce something, it would have been that one. That was the biggest mistake. It was so angry. It hurt so much. And oh God. My left nostril, my septum, I had a medusa, I had a tongue, a labret. The labret would be the second one that I would reconsider because those are notorious for like fucking your shit up in your mouth. Let's see what else. Both nipples, navel, and then 5 technically in my navel. And let me think. We're going down the fucking body line, trying to make sure I got everything. And then I had a HUD ring, and it was a lot. It was a lot. I was shiny. I used to make jokes that if you shine a light at my face, I could probably direct air traffic because I had so many piercings like above my neck. Now I have been thinking, if I redo anything, which there's some like here's a funny thing, right, like near the beginning of my separation, I went and reopened my nostril and my septum myself with jewelry. Let me tell you what, that smarted something fierce. My navel is still open. And my head was long enough. I had it long enough that it healed, so it was still open. It just was shrunk, so I got to stretch that. That was fun. And by fun, I mean not fun. Yeah. That's just really a conversation piece. Like, because it's so big, that's what she said. It's absolutely not for anything other than purely aesthetic reasons. And it cracks me up. Like, I think it's fucking hilarious. So, things you didn't expect to hear about on stream for 200, Alex. Yeah. And later on YouTube, probably. Yeah, that's the thing. This place was also my first tattoo parlor that I went to. And I went to one piercer. Well, I went to a total technically of 3 because whoever did my ears, right? I don't know who that was. I was a child. Then the guy who did the first 4, which was one of my eyebrows, my tongue, my labret, and my first navel ring. That was that. So it was one person. Everything else was Jess. And I love Jess to death. In fact, one of the last times I saw her, she was super pregnant and she was piercing me. So I had this super pregnant lady like leaning over me with a sharp object. Talk about don't move. Do not upset your piercer. So yeah, I've already told wife that I'm gonna go with them when they go tomorrow, if I can manage. And they were like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about going somewhere else. I'm like, I'm thinking about going to the mall. Dove's like, don't you fucking dare, don't you dare. Like, look, the place that I have has expanded, or the place that I go to has expanded enough that they do have a mall location. But as a general rule, I wouldn't fucking go to the mall for anything. Like, no ma'am. It's the fucking mall. I wouldn't trust it. Just like I don't trust a hairdresser in the mall either. Fucking fight me. Like, seriously. You can if you want to. Like, nothing good has come of that. I feel like, sure, for some people the mall is probably like a strategically great location, but at the same time, super sus. Okay, just super sus. So no thanks. Like, if she was just gonna go buy jewelry or something, sure, whatever. Go wherever the fuck you want, right? I used to buy fucking jewelry from Hot Topic, and look, I like Hot Topic. Okay, right? Like, I like them. Shop there. I haven't been there in years, but yeah, almost stores. But you know, there's a really big difference between buying something for something that's like healed and you're just like accessorizing, and like going somewhere because it's like the place to go. And I gotta tell you, the mall is not the place to go for that kind of thing. only thing the mall is a freaking expert in is damn department stores. And why? Because that's the only place you can buy one. Damn it. Yeah. So while I'm on the phone with wife, I was like, hold on. I looked up the number. I called them and I said, hey, I want to know if y'all will do a checkup. There's a piercing, and they're like, is Jess gonna be there? When's she gonna be there? I understand that making an appointment with her is like last minute is whoa, but I figured I'd ask. She's like, oh no, she'll be here. I was like, awesome. She's like, she does appointments only. I'm like, done. Like, does she have any appointments? She told me the hours. I picked the latest one because wife is not exactly what we would call punctual for anything. And anyway, I'm gonna tell Gumby, look, hey, I super duper, oh my god, holy crap, really need to jet. If I can at around that time so that I can go with wife. One, for moral support. Two, because I haven't seen Jess in a fucking decade. And I would love to see Jess. But yeah, I was thinking about getting my industrials redone. When I had money to do so, that is. Let's see. And then I don't know if I would redo any of the other ones. I think anything like I don't need to have my tongue pierced ever again. I'm good. It's fine. Like once was enough, probably. There are some that I've redone, like other than like reopening my navel. I would consider my Medusa because I really liked it and I thought it was really cute. Oh, you know what I forgot about? I forgot about my snake bites. My snake bites I might actually do again. I really liked them. I probably am going to get a piercing price list then tomorrow. So, like, of the ones that I would consider redoing. Because it's been so long and I don't know the price of fucking anything these days, people. Also don't know where fucking pen is. I've got a stack of these bad boys like literally right next to me. So my industrials. Now the only problem with the snake bites is it means you're not wearing lipstick. Now I don't wear lipstick terribly often, but at the time that I had them, I was. Now I do have this terrible habit of like chewing on my my lip rings. But my lip rings were also like one of the few things that I had like no fucking problems with, like piercings. And I'm not saying I had a lot of problems, but like the bridge, that was awful. And because I didn't sleep with my hair up, my industrials were awful. Just not because they were done, I didn't have any problem with them. It was just my hair would wrap around them. And if I had a lick of sense, I would have just put my fucking hair up. And it wouldn't have been a problem. And let's see, 20-year-old me wasn't taking a clue. And at one point, I'd cut my hair off really short, so it didn't fucking matter. But I would probably redo those. So yeah. It may have been a little busybody for me to make wife an appointment, but I've seen the piercing and I'm like, so they went and got it done. It didn't look great. And I was like, you need to go back there and like get it looked at because look, you just got stabbed with a sharp thing, right? Your body's probably going to be a little fussy. That's not weird, but it looks kind of angry. And I said, if nothing else, that barbell is too freaking short because when you get pierced, guess what? It swells because that's what it does. That's just a given. And that's not weird. That's totally not weird. But it's going to swell a lot worse if you don't have space for it to like move around. And I felt that because the barbell was so short, it absolutely did not have space to move around. And I was just like, this is a whole bunch of no-K. So, yeah. Look, kids, don't try that. Don't try this at home, okay? I'm just trying to peel this fuzz back. Now the thing is guess who works near the piercing parlor that I'm talking about? Oh, Bay does. So I might, if I can get them, if I can get it so that they could step out for a minute, and like I can get a hug, I'm totally gonna do that. I sent them a message. I sent Bay a message. And I'll mention it again in the morning. Like, hey, look, I'm gonna be in the area. If you want to step out. Now, recently, they've been so busy that it's like not a thing, right? Which super sucks because I would like to get to see them. And that requires them to be available. So anyway, but yes, it was a little nosy busybody for me to just like preemptively make the appointment. I am aware of this, but as someone who's very experienced being a pierced person, yeah, seriously. It's so funny. I haven't seen my piercer in like over a decade. So that's cool. It'd be nice to see Jess. And I have way more tattoos. Like when I started this my journey of alt girl, like officially, I didn't have any piercings and any tattoos. And I was actually like, I knew I was going to be tattooed when I was little. Like I grew up watching freaking martial arts movies because my mother's second husband like loved them, right? Was super into them. Well, as a result, that just became a thing. And all the bad guys, this is terrible. All the bad guys had like these fucking amazing, huge dragon tattoos because martial artists. That's just a trope. Anyway, so yeah, obviously, like let's completely overlook the fact that this is a villain. That's a cool ass fucking tattoo. Like those are straight facts, peeps. Yeah. Anyway, so here's to here's to seeing old friends and such. I don't know that I don't know that I can call my piercer my friend. Like I would have absolutely like hung out with her. I have no idea how old she is either. She looks good, so I imagine she was probably not much older than I am, but I have no idea. I think she's more tattooed than the last time I saw her. I know I am. So when I started getting pierced. Gosh, I don't know. I think right before I was dancing. I think is when it happened. And that's when I got my first tattoos as well. But I was going there. I gotten pierced several times before. Like I was already pierced a good deal before I actually got tattooed. And I got my first tattoo at that parlor. And yeah. So there we go. There we go. And I was going there first. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't stay like as a tattooed human at that parlor because tattoo artists move around, they stay and they leave sometimes. Some people, they retire. And apparently, like tattooing is super hard on your body. The whole hunching over for hours, the vibrations, it's a lot. Which things I wouldn't have considered, but I can totally understand how that would be a thing. Yes, yes. So here we are. Here we are. I'm super excited. And I've already basically made the determination that as long as wife is going, I'm going. Like, I'm going to take my lunch at that point. I don't care what's going on. Mostly because, while it's been like forever since I have been pierced, and there's probably some things that I would do that like I did while I was healing that didn't give me any problems. They're not necessarily like the go-tos. I am conscientious enough to ask questions and ask the right questions and think of things. And wife is not necessarily really good at that, which is fine. That's part of why I'm going, to make sure that wife is taken care of. Because while I do not doubt that Jess will take care of her people, Jess is not the one who did the work. Jess is just checking up on it. So, which is funny. I just saw wife fucking Monday, like of this week. Seeing wife again. I actually hung out with wife all Monday because I couldn't hang out with Bay. Because, busyness. I should probably tell them that I unofficially call them that. Like, so Bay and I are not, this is not a thing. I'm just calling them that because I fucking can do what I want. Like, I'm serious. I'm actually, like, trying to have a conversation with them about. So, like, the funny thing about Bay is our experience as far as trying to date is very fucking different. Like, very fucking different. And so I'm trying to, like, kind of meet in the middle as far as getting some common ground, right? Because, yeah. Anyway, we're just talking. That's realistically what's going on. But when I'm just talking, you don't have my full attention. Because I'm probably not just talking to you. That is just, now, just talking. Also, that doesn't really mean anything. Like, it's not specific. Just talking could be literally just that, just having conversations with someone. It could be hanging out with them. It could be, as the kids call it, Netflix and chill. It could be just going out on, like, dates, like hanging out, like, oh, we're gonna go to the bowling alley, or whatever the fuck the kids do these days. I have no idea, or any combination in between. And so because of that, like, that doesn't really mean anything, to me, as far as my brain is considered. Yeah. So that's like a really non-specific statement, and you should definitely ask questions about what's going on. Now, obviously, if I'm talking to someone else and talking to you, it's none of your business what I do with other people. I will not say, hey, you've got my undivided attention to someone if they don't. But that's, that's it. Like, that's as far as it extends, as far as relevance. So anyway, in this case, Bay has my absolute undivided attention. And I have just volunteered that information. Like, I'm like, hey, by the way, this is the thing. Now, the thing with it is some people, that's just how they function. They only talk to one person at a time. I don't, for a specific reason. If I divide my attention among more than, among people, that means I won't get attached to anybody too much, right? And that's kind of the whole, that's the whole point. Like, I don't want to, you know, get in deep with someone who's not really in it for like what I am, right? And let me tell you, people are super bad at answering those questions or even anteing up. Like, I am always team, if you want to know where I stand, just fucking ask. Like 100%. And I'm also team, if there's something that's going on that I think you need to go know about, I'm absolutely going to tell you. Totally going to tell you. So. Now I told a friend that I was good, that like I did all this, and they're like, "Oh, that's really sweet." And I'm like, I mean, I have a lot of experience to getting pierced, like a lot of experience, and while it's been a really long time since I've been pierced, and like I couldn't recite aftercare for for a piercing, I could definitely look at something and say, "Well, that's not fucking right." So. Now, so we're gonna get this taken care of, and the thing with it is I also really like the jewelry selection there. Like, I have a bunch of jewelry that I haven't used in a while, and like if I had something and I could sterilize it for wife and give it to them, I would, but I don't think I have anything that is honestly long enough for that. I mean, technically I think I kind of do. It's a plastic bar, but I don't know how well that's going to sterilize, and so I don't know that I'd want to take the chance to even offer it, But yeah, now that I think about it, now, so the snake bites, like the one complaint I had was that I couldn't wear lipstick. Now, I guess theoretically, if I got a lipstick that like when you put it on, it stayed the fuck on, I guess that would work now, wouldn't it? So now we have just figured out a use for those lipsticks that stay on for fucking ever. I always thought that was so silly. Like, who the hell is wearing lipstick for 16 hours? Like, what the shit? And friend was like, that's a thing. And I'm like, I mean, but that sounds really silly. And now here I am. Here I am thinking that might be the way to go. Want to put lipstick on ever again. Ever again. Oh my gosh. Don't mind me. I'm just running over stuff. So I'm excited. The other thing that's excited is Bay is close. And so there's a chance that I might get to see them. And that would be nice too. Yeah, I've been trying to be in the same place as Bay for what feels like way too long. Like a period of time. Like, it's not been that long, but like it feels like it. So. Oh my gosh. So in other news, my brain is trying to like ruin everything. I have been having like significant depressive waves, and I gotta tell you, I'd like to not. Like, where is the? Can we opt out of this like tutorial? This sucks. This run through is the fucking worst because. Oh man, I just don't. I'm just. No, like no, like no, like no. Unfortunately, that's not a fucking option. So here we are, just just dealing with it. Ugh, gross. Gross. Yeah. I mean, there's worse things, I guess. So, hey, we made it. We're here. I'm actually here early. I'm going to cut the stream off a little early, too, because I'm only going to be able to do 10 rounds on this. So the goal is, provided my phone agrees with this, we're going to stream until these 10 rounds are done, and then we're going to stop because I need to record my progress, and I can only do that if I stop. And then I'm going to have to stop with the timer that I've got going on for my project time. And again, I'm only going to be able to do that if I stop recording here. Reasons I need a tablet, again, that's for damn sure. So, here we are. This weird desire to be like, hey babe, I want to get my lip pierced, you're going to be all weird about it. What is going on? Oh, is this like this? Is this what this is going on? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Houston. Oh no. Oh no, we gotta fix something now. Fuck. Okay, so those are fine. It's this side that we need to fix. You know, I gotta tell you, the amount of practice I'm getting with fixing these fuck-ups, I'd rather... Can we not do that? Like, it's great that I'm able to fix them. Okay, it's great. But... but let's see what we got here. This is both... This is both... Okay, so... Okay, so here's what's happening here is... That is what's happening. Is this right here. There we go. Okay. See? Fix it. Oh my gosh. This right here is some bullshit. I don't even want to talk about it. Do not even want to talk about it. Like, what the actual fuck? Okay, like, serious. Like, seriously. Oh. Things I wish I was doing right now? Watching TV. Not instead of being here. I just wish I could do both, okay? For real. I just wish I could do both. Now this does mean if I go to do this again, I'll be like a boss at it, right? Because I will have had all of this practice doing this and fucking it up and fixing it. Oh my gosh. So, like I said, depressive waves, they keep happening. I could really do without them. I had one this morning. Like I was up. I was so upset. I was in tears, and I am not a crier. Like y'all, for real. The stress and the strain. Oh, it's so much though. Like it's so much. And so here we are. Just yeah. And then I was like, you know what's going on? Deborah and Brenda are ganging up on me. That's what's going on. Depression and borderline are just making my life the worst. Because Brenda was like, I'm telling them terrible things, and they're not falling to pieces immediately over it and not paying attention to me and not like listening and believing me. So I'm just gonna get Deborah in on this because Deborah's been here and has a lot of experience. It's a Deborah absolutely will be heard, and I'm just like, I don't need either of y'all to be talking smack. But ganged up on, oh, that's a hard thing to beat. Especially because brains lie, right? Like brains lie. Do we see the nonsense that is this yarn right now? Oh my god. Okay. I love this color. I think it's really pretty, right? I don't love that it is being like a jerk as far as like yarn goes and like working with it. Like I could deal without that. Oh my gosh. So here we are. The sad part is this is only the third round and we're already like this far into the stream. I might not be cutting it off early because I've still got like a bunch more to do. Now obviously when my phone's like, hey bitch, you're done. I mean that's when we're done, okay? I've been having trouble. I've been having trouble waking up. Been having trouble getting to work on time. That's not really new. Oh yeah, so our new manager, who we're gonna call Frosted Flakes. That's terrible. There's a whole story about it that I can't tell you because it would divulge personal information and identifying information about this person, and we don't do that here, right? Anyway, Frosted Flakes started Tuesday. So Sunshine wasn't there. So it was Juice, Gumby, freaking old Walter, and I. And then Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes, by the way, earned that name today because I was told this person's name, like, when we were informed that a new person was starting, right? I was told that. And I did not commit this information to memory because at the time I didn't feel it was fucking relevant. So I was like, we don't need this information. Let's dump it. Right. So that happened. And then I did not know their name. And at some point I had to like get their attention. And I was like, oh, hey. And I was thinking to myself, you know, you're doing this because you don't know their name. And I'm like, yeah, I know this. I felt super bad. I thought it was kind of funny though. I meant to apologize and be like, my bad. I actually have no idea what your name is. Like, I know they told me and I know I didn't fucking commit it to memory. I think I just decided not to go that route. Like, I had every intention of telling them that. Anyway, so on Tuesday, while Sunshine wasn't there, Frosted Flakes was in the back, you know, helping, which was great. And all that jazz. Now, all today, they were in a conference call. And the conference call was all freaking day long. Now, to be fair, the conference call was all day long. So Gumpy was not loving the lack of help that they were getting. But at the same time, the conference call was all fucking day. So, like, once the conference call started, I didn't see Frosted Flakes unless I walked by the office. So, that was the thing. Now, I'm always a skeptic. You know, it's really easy to say you're going to do stuff and people, you know, to make a good impression, to get people on their side, will absolutely say stuff. So I trust everybody with a grain of damn salt, because just because you said you're going to do something, it doesn't mean that that's actually going to happen. You know, cue politicians. Like, seriously. And sometimes they say stuff is absolutely not going to happen, and it totally does. Right? So, there you go. Anyway, I don't have a problem with them. But I don't even know where the story was going. There was a bunch of talking that was done on Tuesday because Sunshine was not there. And so there was no... Now, also though, because Sunshine was not there, it was all, you know, to this person, it's all hearsay. Now, I would say of everybody there, I was the most vocal. But that's because, honestly, it's probably because I'm like the femme presenting person there. And my tolerance for BS from people is no. Like, I will not be quiet to keep the peace. And the women's and the female identifying people and the non-binary people know what I mean and know why. Like, sure, if you speak up, you get a target on your back. That's absolutely a thing. But I have this thing about, like, my sense of, like, right and wrong is very specific about very specific things. Like, one of my things is I will not do extra work so that you can do less. I actually told Frosted Flakes, I'm like, I get the training I need. I get like the learning under my belt that I need to do things. I will 100% take Sunshine's job. Like, I am not fucking shitting you. And I've said that, like, pretty much from day one. Like, I will absolutely rise up in the ranks. I will not go flat rate, though, because going flat rate will get me screwed over. Like, financially. And I know this because I'm friends with a flat rate tech. And he's like, I wish I didn't have to be flat rate. I wish I could go down to not being flat rate. Because he'd make, like, so much more money. Like there's instances where he makes probably more money on certain things. But there's probably a lot of instances just from the paycheck alone that he could make more and he's not. And part of that is because of, like, the type of jobs that the shop ends up getting and the turnover rate, like, for those jobs. And yeah, so. But yeah, I will absolutely not accept flat rate, though, because no. Like, basically, I've seen the tickets that, like, they've worked on. And the ticket will be, you know, a couple of grand, right? Because it's a car. And that's the fucking thing. And they'll get, off of that job, less than, like, $200. We did the math, and it's around the between everything, it's about 6% of that, which is just disgusting. Like, ew. Like, what the what? That is not reasonable. So, needless to say, yeah, there's a really good chance that they will be leaving. I've heard them say directly, like, them staying with this company is very short-lived. And I can understand that. Like, they want X amount of money to do certain jobs. They're not getting it. And like Juice, they know what they're doing. They've been doing this like for a really long time. And to not give them something they're worth, and the only way for you to offer them more is to offer them like a position that is absolutely not worth that money to them or anybody with a brain, is ridiculous. Meanwhile, I will stay in the back. Now, I am not going to lose touch with Juice, and I might be of the mind that if Juice is going to take on some certain labor, like, hey, look, if you've got any of these jobs, I just want to learn. You don't need to pay me. Like, be like, yo, I'm down. Because knowledge for me to learn how to do something is absolutely payment enough. You know, I've also considered saying, hey, look, if you need a shop girl, I got you. Like 100%. I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. Like in practice, like for real, for real. I don't want to help somebody else build their dream. Like in the case of Juice, it's a little different because this is not like some far removed corporate entity. But like, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I haven't said anything to them about it either. I'm just like running my brain through this. There's also a really good chance that I might like just keep in contact with them in general. And so if they need to like and slide them info and deeds, because that's fine. Anyway, like, wow. I can't believe it's been 47 minutes already. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get through 2 hours of this and be done with this section. Like, I swear, section doesn't take this long, but it's like making a liar out of me. Like, I'm not even to the fourth, like, I'm working on the fourth round. I've got 2 more. And I feel like it's taking me just as long as it normally does to do, like, 6. It's weird. I mean, is that really weird, I guess? I don't know. I also need to let my phone charge, too. Hopefully tomorrow works out well. See wife, see bae. Let me just set up a question. always think of things when I'm in the middle of something else. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had a lovely, slightly uncomfortable conversation today about plans that someone has that I personally, I'm not like for or against them. I don't care, right? I'm not doing it. It doesn't matter like what I think, right? But it's one of those, I don't want to have anything to do with this personally because I don't. Okay, so now we have a very important consideration. I have to do 6 more rounds. I do not have 6 more rounds in me. Like, I gotta be honest with you, I really don't. Which means they're not gonna get done like even today. Now let's also just take a minute and realize how freaking large this is. I gotta tell you, I thought this was gonna be a lot. Like I was thinking about here, and it's like it's only gonna be like to here, and I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. And this is not even blocked. Like blocked is gonna it's gonna make it a little bigger. So yeah. Anyway, I think we're gonna call it quits. This is close enough to an hour. I'm tired. I just need to rest. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, and I still have one more day, and tomorrow's gonna be busy. So, thank you for tuning in and listening to Random Chatter as always. I hope you enjoy this, and I will catch y'all hopefully tomorrow. I don't have any streams scheduled for tomorrow because I'm gonna have my little, and so streaming is unlikely to be something that I can do. But if I can come on, it's gonna be really late, and it might be just for playing a game. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye, and I will see you, I don't know, by Sunday. How about that?